like to keep working on that. Teachers threaten to drop chalk. Well, it's... So now we've essentially almost doubled our population, which is a good thing. We're going to try to continue on that track. One of the things that I want to do is I want to try to get us to where we were at the end of the last video, which was we had enough demand to build another quarter of the city. Just checking our social services. And let that all grow. These guys are complaining that they don't have jobs. Let's see, we still have quite a bit of high-tech demand, and I think we can get away with filling this plot and this plot up with it. I'm hoping we can. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to test that theory. And it looks like they're doing okay. Looks like we need another water pump though. And this is the pace at which you play SimCity in a city this size, is you sort of go like, already occupied, well, you know what, you get to be there. You know, you sort of be like, okay, well I have a new neighborhood that I'm building. Oh, I see what the problem is here, okay. So, if we look here, we've had this city for quite a while now. I think the city is like 30 years old or something like that. Judging just by the last number on the date down here, you can see it's 71. When I started today, that is, I started working on. You'll find I randomly click a lot of buildings. I'm just looking at I'm looking at these right here, making sure that I'm doing okay. I bet you if I go like this and like that, that'll actually grow. I bet you the problem for this one is just that. So yeah, sorry, water. This pump actually is only providing 2 droplets, and the reason because of that is because it's old. As you can see here, it says condition 40%. So we don't actually need an extra water pump so much as we just need to replace our old ones. Right, you can see this one's down to 3, and then our new ones, the condition is fine. So if I go here and I put down this pump, alright, I'm actually almost, I'm just going to build another one just because it's a pain in the neck and we're super profitable at this point. This city will pretty much, I don't ever see this city worrying about money for the next, basically until it's finished. When you're at the point where you're making 5,000, I mean, we have 1 million simoleons right now in this city. I'd be hard pressed to spend 1 million simoleons developing the rest of this city out. So as you can see, still quite a bit of high-tech industrial demand. I have yet to find a city that I can build that is a functional city that will exhaust the amount of high-tech industrial demand. And one of the reasons for that is because industry just is not dense enough. And because it's not dense enough, we can't actually get enough workers into these buildings. Especially because this is the highest density it goes. Like these offices that I've built, like here, they have 119. I can build office buildings that hold 5,000 jobs in them. And due to low demand, because he's an idiot. All of those have been abandoned. I'm going to let them regrow. And I'm just trying to snipe off these stupid, overdeveloped buildings. I'm not 100% sure that I can explain why we're having a little bit of a problem with the commercial demands. My guess would be it's part desirability and part that we don't have enough high wealth sims, and that's a function of education. That is something that I'm not sure we can fix it right now because we're building medium density residential. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try. So we doubled the number of people in our region. Actually, do we have enough? Yeah, they're going to be shops. So just going to go ahead and fill this last little bit up. Just to sort of call the neighborhood we're currently working on, you know, quote unquote complete. Something complete. Let that grow. Hopefully those will turn into what we actually need, which is stores, which is low and medium wealth commercial outlets, as opposed to just developing into offices. So we got a pretty big population jump there. About 5,000 Sims moved in. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. And am I missing anything? I guess we could drop some desirability in there, but I really would like to put a private school in there if I could. Hold on, what could I put in there? Put a museum. I don't really want to do that. I could put a fire station. I don't really want to do that. Any of these? None of these are going to be small enough. Almost. Some of these landmarks here will increase different demands and increase different desirability. They put them. I'm not 100% sure if I remember when they put them in or why they put them in, because I don't think I've been playing SimCity that long. We could put in the impressive mayor statues. Those will be good for desirability. And then all we have is the courthouse. Ah, the courthouse, eh? I'd really like it to be there. Why is it my library's always in the way? Goddamn libraries. Frickin' kids reading their books. Well, I'll tell you what, we have enough commercial demand going nowhere. So yeah, another like hilarious SimCity metric, they have records lost tracked. I'm gonna see if those things had any effect on development, and probably not. So we're actually gonna lay, a little bit. I'm actually gonna lay a residential plot right there. I mean, it's pretty misered, but whatever. So we've got this area complete, even though we have a couple of glitches in the system. Plenty of high-tech jobs in this city, actually. I'm really happy with how that works. And I do believe that this area has done some growing while we've been away. Looks like it. So that's interesting. This area is developed while we've been sort of working on this neighborhood. And I think right there is where we are going to say it's time to city hop. We're gonna have to do some moving of these guys here. We're also gonna have to build an airport, but I don't quite want to do that yet. I'd like to get our population a little bit higher. So let's take a look at some of our metrics. Always a good idea to take a look at our stats. So we're up to 51,503 Sims. We have 23,495 commercial jobs and 7,119 high-tech industrial jobs, which is pretty good. High-tech industry is not very dense. And so there is some demand over here for Phil Collins' house, but we're going to go first to our manufacturing center because I prefer to let my manufacturing grow because I think it'll have a better effect. I'm just going to let water problems, the ever-present water problems, neighborhood deals. So yeah, yeah, I'm not going to buy garbage from there anymore. They have plenty of garbage. So we're exporting a lot of garbage, and that's going to cause problems to our profitability, which will be very hard to recuperate given the needs and demands of this city. So if we have to, I don't want to, but if we have to, we're gonna take out a loan until this city can become profitable. There's not that much manufacturing demand, and I have a feeling that it'll get consumed over here. Always mindful of the fact that we're running out of capital pretty quick. But we do need to be, yeah, look at all that cost. It may be time to put this muchacho on hold for a little bit and work our region somewhere else. These jobs are doing like nothing. Just checking freight to where the freight's going. It all seems to be going where I want it to be going, which is good. So I guess the next thing we could do is, there was some dirty industrial demand, which I'm gonna guess is gone now that our Sims are becoming educated. Yeah, I'm right. It's the demand for the dirty industry has evaporated simply because we have the only people who want to work in this area is uneducated Sims. So the time of using these two may be coming to a close to create demand. We have infinite money, so I think we're just gonna work on. I know. We're gonna work on this city. So we'll map out another neighborhood. This neighborhood will be, because I don't want to remap and move. You know what? I'm gonna move this guy right here. I can afford to do this because we have infinite money. And it's really not that impressive to get this kind of like a city going. You guys all saw how I did it, and like I'm 100% confident that anybody watching these videos will be able to replicate it on their own. It's really not that. This really shows you. This is when easy starts to become, well, quite a bit easier than the harder difficulties. Can I get that even closer? Looks like I can. Hey, look at that. That's pretty good. And so I think probably the next city that I build will probably be one of the more challenging cities in this Let's Play, simply because I'll have to figure out how to make it different. You can build this city over and over and over and over again on this difficulty setting. It's really pretty straightforward. And if what you want is like solid regional population, then you can definitely do that. My region is built from quite a few of these cities. I've progressed up to building cities with high density, and that's sort of where I want to go. I want to have some skyscrapers, which are sort of the hardest thing to achieve in SimCity 4, and they seem to be everybody's goal. If you read a lot of like the sim wikis and forums and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, each of these neighborhoods is a little bit of copy paste. And I actually find like I don't necessarily always take the safe route when I'm designing, when I'm choosing how to zone. So sometimes I'll be like, I want a little bit more high-tech industry. Like you can see here, I have way more high-tech industry than I do, and up here I have way more commercial and just a little bit of high-tech industry running along the fringe there. And actually I found like here, like I had built that high-tech industry and the commercial demand for offices just evaporated. Which was interesting because I had built thinking that the commercial demand would be inexhaustible. And I wonder if we can take a look. We had one commercial zone within our residential palette, didn't we? Where are you? Show me potato salad. Yeah, right there. And yeah, so it did do some okay growth, but I think at the end of the day, it didn't really give us that much. Long commute. They're complaining about a long commute. I can't honestly see why they would have a long commute. The other thing I wanted to look at was to see how our one-ways were doing. So yeah, it looks like we've effectively moved traffic towards the avenue off of the side roads. So I'm going to go ahead and replicate that. That looks like it was a good idea. You can see now. I wonder if I can show you guys that. Just the volume of traffic that comes here. It might take a while to load. Yeah, I've definitely seen worse. There's no collisions or anything like that. Oh, there we go. You can see too, when we come down